This is going to be a weird one. Primarily because I only came up with the idea for this video this morning. It's been a funny week. Usually my mind is overrunning with ideas for videos, but I've drawn a blank completely. So what I thought I'd do is talk a bit about how I got started in gaming. It's not my usual strange video, but I hope you'll find some of it interesting. And I have a favour to ask, but I'll talk about that at the end. So for me, we've got to go all the way back to the late 70s. For those of you who don't know, I'm 39. I'll be turning 40 this September. And I was fortunate that in my house, we really did keep up with the Joneses when it came to electronics and entertainment. We had a video. In fact, I don't ever remember my mum and dad not having a video before I was 5. We did have a short period of time, sort of when I was 5, and we didn't have a video, but that's another story entirely. We know my dad had a reel-to-reel. For those of you who don't know, that's like a massive tape player, a big reel of tape, and it goes from reel to reel, hence the name. But he also had a grandstand games console, something like this. Now this is James's, who's lent me this, and as you may see, it was made by Grandstand. Now Grandstand did a lot of licensing of US, Japanese electronics for the British market. And that little doodad I've just shown you, that would run things like Pong, squash, football. And to give you some kind of illustration, without actually giving you an illustration, because I can't find any decent images, and believe me, I've had a quick look. He lies. No, I have had a look. We all know Pong, 2 bats, batting a ball on a horizontal axis. Now, if I remember correctly, football was the whole thing on a vertical axis, like that. You had the 2 bats and the ball going between the two. But you could move more, whereas with Pong you were stuck in that axis. With the football, you could kind of move all around a little bit. I might be remembering it wrong. And there was squash, which was, again, you had 2 bats at the bottom of the screen, batting it against the wall and like that. And, well, the squash format would become games like Blockout, Arkanoid, and to some extent Kaboom on the Atari 2600. But the point is, we had one of these. And when I was little, I remember this being out a lot. And then when my brother was born, and after we moved house in sort of 81, it lived behind the couch. And I don't know, is this a common thing in people's houses? Your couch was used to hide stuff. And behind ours was the box for our grandstand system, which was, I'll show you again, this is quite a dinky little box. I'm showing it the wrong way around, I do apologise. This is quite a dinky little box. The one we had was massive. It was a huge box and it was yellow. And I must ask my dad again if he has actually got it in the attic, because I can't remember if he said he has or he hasn't. Because if he has, that'd be fantastic. We can get it out and have a look. Because I would like to do a video talking properly about them. And also the box of my Atari lived behind the couch. And that, for me, was the next stage for... Well, no, it wasn't. We had a ZX81. And I do remember when most children were learning how to read and write, I was learning the rudimentaries of BASIC. And I was obsessed with writing programs that could simulate having a conversation. kind of like Dr. Spatzo on the PC. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Spatzo was a program that you'd load it up and it would say, because it would come with a sound card, and it would say, "Hello, my name is Dr. Spatzo, I am here to listen," and you type in stuff and it would have a certain number of program responses, sort of artificial intelligence. And I got obsessed with writing little programs like that. My dad taught me how to do it on the ZX81, but after the ZX, and we didn't really have a lot of games for the ZX81, and what we did have was ones my dad wrote, because he was quite good. Him and his mate Phil, between them over the subsequent years, wrote quite a few games. Shoot the Cow, guess what he did in that one, was quite a good one. And my dad wrote a bomber game where you had to fly over a city and bomb the buildings so you could land, and that was good fun. But after the ZX81, we had a 2600, and hell, I'm going to do a whole video on the 2600 at some point. But the games I just mentioned my dad writing were on our Acorn Electron. Fortunately, we don't have ours anymore because it went AWOL. I have Phil's, that's my dad's best friend from his time at Rolls-Royce. I have Phil's Acorn. He generously donated it to RGP back in 2012. And I highly like the event he's watching. Thanks, Phil. It works really well. And kind of stagnated on the Acorn Electron for quite some time. We had that for years. Until I went away to Exeter, to boarding school, where I met James and a couple of other of you who watch. I know I have a couple of guys from school who watch. Hi. And I had my Commodore 64, and the rest you know. Commodore 64, Amiga, PC, And my early memories of this grandstand unit are, with no disrespect to my mum and dad, it being used as a distraction tool for their incredibly precocious, hyperactive 3-4-year-old son, while they cooed and looked after the new baby, my little brother. And I have a lot of happy memories of playing on my own, playing Pong or squash or whatever. I seem to remember having a gun, but my dad said we never had one, so it must have been one of their friends that had one, because I do remember having like a rudimentary light gun, or playing with a rudimentary light gun. But the thing is, as I said, I'm asking you a favour. I want to hear your early game memories in the comments, and I'm going to do a big thing about it. I want to share a lot of people's memories and see, where we all came from. And if you haven't got any of your own, share the video, put it on your Facebook feed, on your Twitter, whatever. Share this video, and let's see if we can get some really good responses. Because the other thing I want to do, and again, I'm asking for your help, is I'm interested in looking at games, retro games, that I've never played before. Now, I was given one yesterday. I won't tell you what it is, but it will be coming up in a future video. And a big thanks to Anthony Graham for that. So I want you to give me games. The more obscure, the better. And I'm going to have a look at them, and I'm going to share my thoughts with you on them, sorry. And again, if you don't have any of your own, share the video. Again, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Email the link to your friends, text it to your friends. This is what people in web development call a call to action. And that's what this is. I'm really trying hard to make Retro Rambles a success. And I know that my style isn't to everybody's taste. I sort of swerve from one topic to another. And I love doing the videos. But this morning has taught me some days, due to outside circumstances, I just can't think of a topic. Or I have that many, I don't know now. I don't know where to choose. So, yeah, help! Post in the comments. Christ, message me on Facebook. You've got my Facebook URL. It's at the beginning of this video. You know, some of you know me personally. Message me. Send me a Twitter on the RGP Retro Rambles Twitter account. Hell, I'm at Play next weekend at Blackpool. I'll be there on the Saturday. I mean, RGP will be there in its glory, full strength, but I'll be, what did the youth of today say, representing, I believe it is. I'll be there with my daughter Kay on the Saturday, and do come and say hello to me and stuff. God, I'm such an egomaniac, I really am. And that's it, really. It's a little drier than normal, I do apologise. But I hope you've found it interesting. And it really has been a ramble. And please, please, help. I know I keep saying I have 2 big series to do. I'm hoping to start the first one in the summer. I've got a couple of things I need to check up on that, but hopefully going to come up with something for the summer. Also, on the RGP blog in the near future, I'll be posting what I call mini rambles, which is me talking about games that at the time I haven't got time to do a video about, but I'm going to share thoughts on them, but there will be a video about them eventually. And that's it, really. I'm going to disappear and do other stuff, edit this, put it on the internet and stuff. Again, apologies for the dryness and not the usual woo video, but I hope you have enjoyed it, and do share this video, and let's get something going. Let's try and get some really interesting videos made. I will make them. You give me the topics, I will make them. And on that, I'll leave you in peace. Take care, and I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.